Hello. I'm trying to figure out if we are live. I can see that some people say so. I can't see it myself though, but yes, now I can see it. Great, we are live. Welcome to Saturday evening in Kawasaki. More specifically, the area called Futakoshinchi, which is close to Tamagawa. It's a pretty late stream tonight, pretty late starting point. Sorry about that. It's been a busy day, as often is the case, but I'm glad I managed to make it. So, and it's also been a very hot day today. So, walking during the daytime is just a pain this time of the year. So, I'm glad I can do a night walk. I think I can cross here. Yes, I should be allowed to cross. Before we keep on walking, I would like to say thank you to a Bit of a Wonder. He's a mega supporter of my channel and makes beautiful walking videos from the US. So if you're interested, you should definitely check out his channel. It's linked in the video description. Also, no, let's not reveal that right now. Let's. I have a little secret for you that I will tell you about later, but I'll save that until later in this stream. So this is the street in front of this station, Futakoshinchi. I think a lot of people are coming out of the station right now. I wonder if it's always like this, or if it was like some delays. I don't know. Secrets. Yes. Sorry, I'm just gonna find a little quieter area and then I will see if I can give you a little weather check. Yes, I see you're asking about the weather report. Maybe down here. Maybe I can. I just feel uncomfortable to stand and stream in the middle of the street when there's a lot of people around. But here it's okay. Here's okay. So it says 28 degrees. It was 32, 33 today. See, it's getting pretty hot. Summer is here. Summer is here. Humidity right now 70%, which is quite comfortable. Much better than during the daytime. So there you have it. And oh yes, I do need to pin the FAQ, of course. How stupid of me. Let's sort that bit out as well. FAQ and rules in the video description. Please read! Exclamation point. Okay. So the plan for tonight's walk will be to probably, I think I'm walking pretty much along the Tama River towards the east right now. And that's what I will keep on doing until I get bored. Then when I get bored, I'll try to figure out how to get back home. But it's pretty late, so I don't have a ton of time. My guess is that tonight's stream will be roughly an hour, at most 90 minutes. So there you have it. But yeah, I've been mostly. This street kind of looks a little bit tempting, actually. Yeah, Let's walk down this way. Did you have dinner? Yes, I did. I had dinner. So I've been at home working all day today. I've been very busy with a little writing gig. I don't have those very often, but I do have one. A writing thing that I need to do. So that's what I've been working on today. That's why I've been like in front of my computer, very, very focused for most of the day. So that's why I think, I don't know, I suddenly feel a little bit confused about being out in the real world again. So if I sound a bit weird to right now or today, it's because I still haven't adjusted from like the switch from being in front of the computer mode to being out in the real world on a walk with my virtual friends mode, if that makes any sense. Beer break. Someone asked about a beer break. Yes, I think I need a beer tonight. I'm quite sure I need one. So yes, let's make that happen. Why is the Kawasaki prefecture so split up? Sorry, I don't really understand the question. Could you clarify what you mean? Ray. Yeah, 8 minutes after the stream, Ray jumps in, concluding, we are live. Good to see you though. Gari break today. Could happen. So, but I think beer is higher on my priority list than Gari-kun tonight. So I think judging from what I can see on a map when I look at this area, I think tonight's walk is going to be very quiet. I'm not sure if there will be any major commercial centers or anything. Maybe the busiest part was like the first 3 minutes in front of the station. I think the rest will be mostly quiet streets like this. So some of you might be happy about that. Others, maybe not so much. But hey, you can't please everybody. One thing though that I just noticed is that my screen is being a little bit annoying. Let's see if I can change that. Maybe. Oh, thank you, Jaakko Järvinen. Beer money. Yes, okay. So that settles it. I have to get a beer. Now I have to get a beer. But yeah, the little secret that I hinted about. No, let's save that until the 30-minute mark, just to leave a little cliffhanger there for you. It's better than to reveal it right now. It's still so early in this stream, so. Other than that, I don't know. I don't feel like I have that much to say right now, so I'll just be quiet. Hello everyone. Hello Redmans. Hello everybody else who said hi in the chat. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for walking with me tonight. 300 viewers already. That's wonderful. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are familiar with my channel, down there is Tamagawa. That's the Rakuten head office. So we're pretty close to the familiar areas, but just on the other side of the river. Let's see. Should I head up this way maybe? Let's do that. Ah, Jenny Skunk. Gari Kun funds. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Very quiet, as always, which is kind of what I felt I wanted tonight. Lonely Coca-Cola vending machine. New member, Dane Martin. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Can you hear the silence? You sound especially happy today. Oh, really? Do I? I would expect that I sound a little bit tired and not so excited, but thank you. I feel a bit tired. I'm always excited, but it's a little bit... I wish I could have started a little bit earlier. But it's certainly good to be out on a walk, so I'm very happy about that. I'm always happy to be out on a walk. I think this is a shrine. I think I just bumped into a shrine. That's always nice. Let's see if we can figure out where the entrance is. Take a little look. It looks nicely illuminated. What is my favorite ice cream? Good question. Recently I've been very fond of Papico, which is one of the cheapest ice creams they sell in the convenience stores here, but it's super delicious. It's beautiful. So simple, but still they managed to illuminate this in a very tasteful way. I think we might be looking at the thumbnail. Oh wow, I thought my flash should not be on. No, definitely no flash. There we go. Very nice, quiet night shrine. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Can we walk this? Honestly, I have zero clues about where we are and even which direction we're heading right now. So I will just randomly walk around. I really have no plans for tonight's walks. So you can see the moon. You can see the moon. Yeah, beautiful. Lost is good, yes. But if you don't have a plan or a route to stick to, can you actually say that you're lost then? I'm not sure. Kotoshi mo natsu matsuri chushi desu yo ne. Ne. そうみたいですね。残念ながら。It will probably be most of the Japanese summer festivals. Japan has a lot of summer festivals, but most of them will probably be cancelled this year, said one of my Japanese viewers, and I kind of agreed. unfortunately, because the Japanese summer festivals are wonderful. They're like these small neighborhood community events that I think are really important, kind of, to create this community spirit that you will find in many, especially the smaller Japanese neighborhoods. Like here, I'm sure there's like a local summer festival here, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's cancelled this year. That's a little bit unfortunate, but we are living in unfortunate times, so there's not too much to do about that. Yeah, there's a bit of lens flare. I don't know if it's because my lens is dirty or if it's just because it's so dark and these lights are super bright. I don't know. But I think you can live with it. So which direction now? Looks like there's like a forest or something straight ahead. Let's go this way. You know the secret, I will launch a franchise with Malmö, Åker, Göteborg, etc. Could that be it? Maybe that's it. I will let you all know once we reach the half-hour mark. But at the same time, I don't want to kind of crank up your expectations too high, because it's not like a really big thing. But just a nice little thing happening soon on my channel. Did I win $1 million? Could that be it? Just wait and see. You will know soon. I hope that what you're saying is true. Look, we found a park, we found a 7-Eleven, and there's even some people playing with sparklers here. How wonderful. How wonderful. Beautiful. Can you see? Super nice. Lots of people out tonight, actually. Well, it's weekend and everything is closed, so I guess people have nothing better to do than hang out in their local little park. So yeah, let's get a beer here. Not sure when we will get the next chance, so let's do it here. I'll stick with this. Surprisingly long queue for such a small convenience in the middle of nowhere.
します。身分証明書の提示をお支払い方法をお選びください。タッチ音が鳴るまで電子マネーをタッチしてレシートをお受け取りください。お取り忘れにご注意ください。
Sorry about that. It was so crowded, so I felt really uncomfortable talking in there. But I did get myself another one of these, the fireworks beer. I guess these are becoming my new favorite, maybe. But yeah, good to see that the number of viewers bumped up to 400 while I was in the convenience store. Thank you everyone for watching. If you're new to my channel, then you are very welcome to my channel. You're also very welcome to read the FAQ in the video description, and once you've done that, you are super welcome to join the chat. Also, something happened to my gimbal just now, and the horizon is truly messed up. That is a bit annoying, but I guess you can live with that too. There's not really much I can do about it. Or I can, but then that will interrupt the entire stream. So yeah, let's just leave it as this. Let's pretend we're all drunk together. And that's why the horizon isn't straight. But yeah, if you're watching this and you enjoy these weird walks that I do almost every night or every day, then I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. And if you really love them for some weird reason, then you can join me on Patreon. That will give you access to some extra awesome bonus perks. The link is in the video description. And I noticed Per-Ola Mjömark, welcome. I noticed just everything is closed. When I said everything is closed, I meant that, yeah, it's the state of emergency going on here. So all the bars and restaurants are closed. Maguro Games. I live in Kawasaki. Oh, you do? Do you live around here? Kawasaki is pretty big. So finding the park is the second important thing in the stream. Yes, I agree. Now that I have the beer, the next challenge is to find a place where I can drink it. That park we just passed had a little bit too many people for me to feel comfortable sitting there. But I'm sure we will find something soon. Oh, wait! Look at this! Ray, are you here? Can you see this? These are massive mega cones. I think we saw these at another stream. I think in Roppongi. They're about as tall as me. Slightly less maybe because they're standing on higher ground. But wow, that's some good cones. That's some really good cones. Cones to protect this shrine. I guess it must be a very important shrine then, if they have cones like that. Shall we have a quick look? Well, it's a pretty humble shrine. Or not? No, oh. No, it's not. It's quite beautiful. But I think the previous one we saw a little bit earlier would have the upper hand. But still, another nice little local neighborhood shrine. Japan has so many of these. Oh, here's a tiny super local little post office. There's post offices everywhere in Japan, which is kind of awesome. It reminds me of what it used to be like in Sweden when I was a kid. And then now there's no post offices in Sweden, or hardly any. No, there's no post offices at all, because now all that is taken care of by like supermarkets and other boring places like that. That's a bit sad. Oh, and here we have a big temple, which is unfortunately not illuminated. I'm sure it would have been pretty nice if it was. Hej, jag är från Sverige, Fällingsbro. Kul att du kunnat streama när ni är i Europa. Ja, tack. Det ska bli kul. Det ska bli kul med lite miljöombyte. Let's see. Now we have some sort of big-ish crossing coming up here. Wonder if we're anywhere near a station. I haven't even looked at a map, so I really don't. Ah, okay, now I know. I've actually passed this place before. It's like a, I don't know, I think a rental party venue or something called Popcorn, which is a pretty awesome name. I remember it just because of that name. So I might have passed. Oh, let's cross then. Let's cross here. I might have crossed here on my way to Musashi Kosugi a long time ago. Then I think I want to be adventurous and take a different route this time. Can I walk down this way? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like I can. Shofukujima. Huh. So the bus stop is called Shofukuji, which is probably the name of the temple we just passed. It's my guess. Why is there no one on the road? That is a question that I get asked very, very often. And it's because my walks are very often in quiet residential areas. So that's why it's so quiet. If I were to go to a busier part of town, there would be way more people around. But yeah, I mean, basically in the middle of nowhere now. So that's why. Let's see, can we maybe have a beer break here? I think we can. This looks like a fine place for a beer break, I think. Let's do it. Let's do it. Just in time for the half-hour mark, so I will tell you about that thing I wanted to tell you about. It's even now, it feels hot, and walking around with a mask is not super comfortable. But hey, kanpai, cheers, skål, beer break time. So for those of you who are new to my channel, I usually take beer breaks at some point. Sometimes they're coffee breaks, sometimes they're ice cream breaks, but most often they're beer breaks during my walks, and during that time I'm a little bit more focused on the chat and what you're saying. So if there's something you really want me to see or hear, now is a good time to say it. Gimbal horizon has straightened itself. Yes, you're right, it has. That's good. Good to know. Sometimes it does sort it out by itself. So the little surprise that I have, that I want to share with you is we're going on a trip. We're going on a trip tomorrow to a far-flung part of the country. An area of Japan that people sometimes ask me about. They ask, can you go to this specific part and walk there? I won't reveal where it is. That will be a surprise. So you just have to tune in to tomorrow's stream. But yeah, we will be away for a couple of nights. It will be a little family trip, but it's a very beautiful place that I am very, very eager to share with you. I think there will be some very nice videos coming out of it. So yeah, I think that will be nice. I think you will like it. The reason, well, there's many reasons as to why we're going on a trip. The first is that we haven't really been on a family trip since last spring. Or maybe you could even argue that we haven't been on a proper trip since December 2019. So it's gonna be nice for me and my wife, and now also our daughter. It's gonna be the first time. It will be the first time for us to fly with her, so that will be very interesting. So that's one reason. The other is that we wanted to go somewhere where it's a little bit colder. A little bit colder is not a really appropriate word, but a few degrees less hot than here in Tokyo. And I think now I just revealed which geographical direction we will be heading at. So yeah, that's also one of the reasons, because neither of us enjoys the Tokyo summer. But unfortunately, it seems the place we're going to will be just as hot as Tokyo. So probably not that much of a difference in that sense. I will not reveal the location. You will just have to make sure to check the stream tomorrow. So I think tomorrow's stream should be in the evening. I don't know exactly when, but probably starting around 6 or 7 Japan time. It's my guess. So yeah, there you have it. It was very, very unexpected, and we really booked this. We've been talking about it for a while, but yesterday and today, this morning actually, we booked the flight and the hotel. So it's very last minute, but it's gonna be nice. Okay, enough about that. Let's see what are you saying. Have we been there? Oki Islands of Shimane. Like I said, I will not reveal any more information until tomorrow about the place. Definitely Saitama. So, do you celebrate traditional Japanese holidays like New Year, Obon, Tanabata? I think New Year is celebrated worldwide, or at least in a lot of parts of the world. So I wouldn't say New Year's is a Japanese holiday, but there's a Japanese way of celebrating New Year's. Well, just nitpicking on words, but Yeah, I mean, yes, we the last couple of years we've been celebrating New Year's with my wife's family in the more Japanese way. We also celebrate Christmas together usually. So yeah, Obon, Tanabata, no, we don't really celebrate those. No. Hey TE, what is your opinion about machiya, traditional Japanese house? Good question. I kind of like them. It's nice to stay in them every once in a while, but I don't think I would want to live in one. They're just a little bit too inconvenient. The walls are usually very thin. They're usually very narrow, and you have like some narrow stairs to get upstairs. Especially if we're talking about machiya in places like Kyoto, which usually have a very narrow facade facing like the shopping street. Those houses tend to be very long and narrow. They're interesting. They're sometimes beautiful, but pretty inconvenient. So yeah, I don't think I will want to stay in one. Is it summer now in Japan? Yes, it is summer now in Japan. It's nice to see so many guesses. Oh, thank you, Perula. That sounds interesting. Tiny houses. In a modern sense or in a more like traditional Japanese sense? Either way sounds interesting. But it's interesting to see the wide range of guesses coming from you. That's kind of nice. Then yeah, I'm pretty sure some of you will be surprised. Have you enjoyed any onsen so far? Yes, I lived in Japan for 13 years. I've been to onsen many times. I'm not a huge fan of onsen though. I mean, it can be really nice. I really enjoy it when it's an outdoor onsen and you get to use it by yourself and you have a very nice view. That's wonderful, especially early in the morning. So yeah. But yeah, I'm not one of these people who love onsen and think it's like the best thing ever. In many cases, I prefer the privacy of my own bathtub rather than being naked in front of random, unfamiliar men. Am I a Sento visitor? No, I'm not. Again, for the same reason. I prefer to take a bath in the privacy of my own home. He gets busy with Olympic jobs. No, I do not. I got asked actually about a few different ones, but I've turned it down. Have you been to Ginzan Onsen? No, I have not. I would love to. And I love Japanese onsen towns. Places like Ginzan Onsen can be really, really beautiful and wonderful to walk around. I just think the bathing experience in itself is it's not for me. -1 degree in Buenos Aires. Wow, I didn't even know that Buenos Aires got that cold. Every day you learn something new. Onomichi, that's a funny, kind of random guess. Onomichi is actually one of my one of the places that I've been to in Japan that really surprised me, in the sense that I had very low expectations, and then it turned out to be a super nice city, and I really felt like, wow, I want to live here. So Onomichi is a nice place, nice city, very nice city. I mean, I'm sure. Of course, I know that it's winter in the southern hemisphere, but I just didn't know that Argentina and Buenos Aires ever got that cold. But that just tells you how ignorant I am and how little I know about the climate in South America. How much are tattoo sessions in Japan? I have no idea. I'm almost done with the beer, so let's continue walking soon. Do you have plans to live stream in Tokyo Underground? What do you mean underground? Like underground shopping malls, or underground, like as in the subway, or? But the answer to whatever you mean is probably no, because generally places like that has pretty poor signal, so it's not very easy to stream, and then also it's usually privately owned facilities, meaning that you need a permission to stream from places like that, which I don't have. Can you do a walk to Chofu? Chofu would be nice to go. Chofu would be nice to go at some point. Will you try streaming with the North? The North? Ah, you mean the phone, the OnePlus Nord? Yes, I will at some point. But for now, I'm sticking with my trusty old Galaxy S21. Planning for day walk or evening walk tomorrow? Evening walk. You have another phone? Yes, Ray. If you check out my Instagram, you will see that I've been actually got. I was able to test a new phone before it was released, which was very exciting. The new OnePlus Nord 2. I got one of those. It hasn't been released yet, but I was able to test it out. So that was pretty fun. What are your thoughts on the Nikon ZFC? So for those of you who don't know what the Nikon ZFC is, which I assume is the majority of my viewers, it's a newly announced camera by Nikon. It's a entry-level camera that has some kind of retro-inspired styling. I think it looks nice, but it's not really doing anything new. It's just a kind of remake of a already existing camera, so it doesn't really make me very excited. Is that unreleased phone what your writing job is about? No, it's not. My writing job is about national parks in Japan. Okay, I finished my beer. Now let's get going. Okay, we didn't lose that many viewers during that beer break, so that's good. That's good. Thanks for staying with me. Are clamshell phones still a thing in Japan, like in 2010? They're still a thing in Japan, yes. I think they're actually still being manufactured. I'm not sure though, but they were until very recently at least. And yeah, I mean, Japan has a very large portion of its population is older, and many older users still prefer to stick with what they're familiar with. They are not so interested in smartphones. So there's actually a lot of campaigns all the time targeting people who are getting their first smartphone. It's like if you switch from a 3G phone to a smartphone, you will get a big discount. Campaigns like that, I see it all the time. So that's kind of interesting. Did I miss the surprise announcement? You did, but it's nothing exciting. It's just that I'm going on a trip tomorrow. So there will be a bit of variety on my channel again. At least for myself, it feels like I really need a change of environment. Let's walk down this way. I think I probably need to start kind of heading back towards where I started. Due to time constraints. How much does a cell phone plan cost in Japan with unlimited data? The one I'm using for my streams is unlimited, and it's from Rakuten, and I pay right now. I'm paying zero because they had a campaign, so it's been free for a year. But once that free year is over, I will pay about 3,000 yen, which is slightly less than $30 a month for unlimited data. So that's really cheap. All the other operators charge about 7,500 yen for unlimited data. So more than twice as much. But Rakuten is a new operator, so they have to incentivize people by offering it for cheap, which is great. And unlimited plans are very new here in Japan, actually. Just like I think even 2 years ago there were no unlimited plans. So I think it's pretty good. Yeah. When I signed up for Rakuten, which was over a year ago. Speaking of Rakuten, I think that's their head office again. So when I signed up, they had just started their cell phone service. So the coverage was really bad. It was basically only in central Tokyo and a handful of other big cities that you could use it. But now, within this year, they really built it out very quickly. And now it's working pretty well in most places. Yeah, they're really trying to disrupt the market. That's what they're doing. How long are the phone contracts? They used to be very, very, like, I don't know. I want to use a lot of obscene words now, but it used to be really bad. You used to have to sign up for 2 years, and then after those 2 years, you had like 1 month when you could cancel. If you didn't cancel during that month, it got renewed to another 2-year contract. So it was really, really customer unfriendly. But now, again, that has been changing a lot. And now there's basically there's no certain time limit. You can cancel whenever you want, unless your plan includes a phone. Then you might have some certain limitations, but I always buy my phone separately from the plan, so I'm not really familiar with how it works when you buy the phone in installments. Wait, I think we passed here in the same direction. I remember this clinic. Yeah, so I should go this way. That's weird. Do you have to pay a lot to bundle your phone? Oh no, you don't really pay anything for it. I mean, you pay the cost of the phone over X number of months, but I'm the kind of person who prefer to buy my things right away with money that I have, rather than pay them in the future with money that I don't have. Let's see. Let's try to walk this way and see what happens. So yeah, I used to always be envious of my friends back in Sweden for having much better and cheaper cell phone plans, but these days I think Japan is getting really reasonable and much more customer friendly as well. So, well, good job, Japan. Sure, did we pass here before? I always buy my cell phones outright. Yeah, me too. Me too. I switch so often, so I don't want to be tied down to a 2-year-old contract. I usually keep my phones maybe for an average of 1 year. Then I sell and upgrade. And now it's even more crazy since I'm doing this streaming. Then I always want to have the best phone. That's, you know, the best phone for streaming. Or the best tool that serves my needs, rather, I should say. Okay, my coffin. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. My phones are kept until they fail, usually at least 3 years. Yeah. That's probably what I would do as well if I didn't really use them for my streams. Oh, but no, not really. I'm such a tech geek. I always want to have the latest and greatest. So even before I started streaming, I switched phones quite often. But the thing here in Japan also is that I think 1 year is kind of the sweet spot to sell your phone, because then it still retains like enough of the value for it to make sense. So yeah, works for me anyway. Oh, did we get another member? So thank you. Person with, yes, subscription. There we go. 665-86921. That's a very difficult name to remember, but thank you for joining. Also, thank you, Patrick McHug. Probably did not pronounce that correctly, but might we pass a shrine? We might. I think so. It happens quite often, but I'm completely at a loss as to where we are right now, so I cannot promise anything, but just basing it on pure statistics, I think the likelihood of passing a shrine before the stream ends is relatively high. McHugh. Maybe. Is that the way? Is that the right way to pronounce it? Honestly not sure. I have like 0 points of reference here. To be honest, like the only point of reference somewhat that I have is the moon. That kind of gives me a hunch that I'm walking in the right direction right now, but I'm really not sure. You walk around Shizuoka? No, I have never done that, and I have no plans to do so because Shizuoka is far from here. Do you live left or right of the moon? So I need to pass the moon and then I'm supposed to turn right. Then I think I think I will be on the right track. But first we need to walk to the moon and then we turn after passing it. Someone's still guessing about where my destination is. It has an airport, yes. I think I already gave that away because we're flying there. Okay. Now suddenly everything became clear. Now I know exactly where I am. Again, I will not reveal where I'm going. I gave you all the information that you're getting. So, those of you who want to know, just have to watch tomorrow's stream. And there might be a 4K video. Let's walk down one block here. There might be a 4K video or so, or more than one maybe, coming up in the coming days and weeks as well. We'll see. I think, yeah, there will be a stream tomorrow. It may not be terribly interesting tomorrow, but I think the day after tomorrow, which will be Monday, Japan time, Monday morning, Monday midday. Oh, I think this is one. Yeah, this is a dead end. So I think Monday around noon or so I will stream, and that's probably gonna be a very spectacular place that I think a lot of you will enjoy. So that would be like for you American viewers, it would be Sunday night. European ones, it would be like sometime past midnight, the night to Monday. But I think Monday and Tuesday is when it's gonna be the most interesting. Tomorrow will just be kind of like a warm up. What else? Yeah, or actually I'm not sure if I will be able to stream. It might just be 4K video recordings. So now I'm giving you a little bit more information. Rakuten signal might be pretty poor at the place I'm going to. Let's try this street then. We can walk down here. Is the camera in your hand or on your chest or on a helmet? No, it's in my hand. In my hand on a gimbal. 5G or 4G signal. I'm talking about 4G. 5G signal is still pretty rare. You just have it in the major areas of the major cities. So like 98% of my streams are done over 4G. Sometimes I bump into a place where it suddenly switches to 5G, but that's still pretty rare over here. Also, shadow reveal. Hey, hey. Yeah, I wonder how long it will take until 5G is as widespread as 4G is today. If that's ever gonna happen. Maybe some areas will never get 5G, or at least not the kind of 5G that is any faster than 4G. I always love the people who comes into the chat for the first time and just say like, hi, I'm from country X. Like, okay, thanks for the information. Nice to have you here. I mean, it's fine, but I also don't really see the point. There's always like a bunch of people doing that almost every stream. It's kind of cute though. I'm from Country X as well. Yeah, right, aren't we all? Tiny little My Basketto, super local supermarket. It's like, I think the most common supermarket around here, like when you leave the bigger districts, like major station areas, then it's always My Basketto. The area is too deserted, now you will be robbed by gangsters. Sorry, this is Japan. Those things doesn't happen here, fortunately. If it was anywhere else, I would not feel comfortable walking here. But since it's Japan, I'm 100% super comfortable and feeling really, really safe. Another local little playground. Have you ever encountered the Bososoku? Not really encountered, but I do hear them quite often. They're super annoying. Unfortunately, they're still pretty loud and obnoxious. So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, it's the like kind of annoying kids on loud bikes. Some would say like biker gangs, but they're not really biker gangs. They're just like bored kids, yeah, with loud bikes. That tend to ride on the highways, or not just highways, but just major streets and roads in Japan at night, waking up entire neighborhoods. So yeah, those people. Oh, arigatou gozaimasu. I got some super chats, I think. Thank you very much. Thank you, Patrick again, Hugh. If you could be magically fluent in a language you do not know, what would it be? Good question. Good question. I would want to be fluent in Japanese. So, but that's not a language I do not know. I know Japanese, I just don't know it well enough. Let's see, let's go down this way. I think if I could choose, probably Chinese, actually. It would be really cool to know Chinese and incredibly useful. So yeah, I would say Mandarin Chinese would be really cool to know. When I was young, when I was in my 20s, I lived in Shanghai for a brief period of time, and I was like 25 at the time, and I had this very, very ambitious goal of that. Oh, I'm gonna learn both Japanese and Chinese before I turn 30. Now I'm almost turning 30, and I know zero Chinese and maybe the Japanese of a middle school child. So yeah, I failed miserably with that. So that would be cool. Alternatively, I would also love to know Italian, because I have the dream of retiring in Italy one day. So it would be really nice, and I also really, really like the sound of Italian. So that would be probably my second choice. 高橋さんもありがとうございます。今日は遅い散歩ですか。頑張りますね。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。そうです。二子新地駅向かってます。そこから電車で帰ります。Andre Kramer. Hello Explorer, thanks for these great videos. I come from Germany and I've been following your works for a while and just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Also, can I visit you in Japan when I can? So once travel resumes to Japan, I plan to start offering kind of meetups and guided tours and stuff like that. So yes, you will most likely be able to in some way. But I don't know exactly how yet. Yes, I think we're coming back to kind of where I started soon. You sound very brave when you speak Japanese. Thank you. I take it that you're not a native Japanese speaker because I think if you were, you would probably not say that. You would probably say you sound like a child or you sound like a lady when you speak Japanese. But thank you nonetheless. Thank you nonetheless. Again, thank you, Patrick, again. I always thought he was a hit older, say mid-30s. I'm 39. So yeah. I lived in Shanghai. Yeah, it's not 15 years ago, but I think 13 years ago or so. So it's a long time ago. I'm actually at the station, kind of where I started. So I will wrap things up here. Let me just wait and check the chat another minute or two. Let's see what else he's saying. What does your wife think of your Japanese speaking ability? She's annoyed that my Japanese is not better after all these years. She's annoyed that I always ask her for help to mostly write. Speaking, I mean, I can get by with my speaking, but I cannot write things. So whenever I have to email, she helps me. Okay, anyway, I'll wrap things up now. And I will see you tomorrow from a different part of Japan. It will be fine. It will be fun. Any bad areas around Tokyo that people need to be aware of if they are first-time visitors? No, not really, no. Not compared to what a bad area would be in the West. Even the bad areas in Tokyo are relatively safe and harmless, so don't really think it's necessary. Okay, that will be it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Hej då. Oyasumi. Good night. Auf Wiedersehen.